Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Today we are doing another finger licking and page flipping video. Now as you can tell from the title, we're going to throw in a little bit of gum chewing as well. A couple of quick disclaimers before we get started. Number one is that my upstairs neighbor is listening to music rather loudly. I did a couple of test audio runs and I don't think it gets picked up on the mic, but if you hear any ambience background music, that's what that is. The other disclaimer is that I know the gum chewing is very popular for some viewers, and in fact I've gotten requests for customs involving gum chewing. I should mention that I do not like gum. I am not a gum fan. I'm just going to pop one open as I say this. But since I know it's popular, I try to do it now and then. But before I get a lot of comments saying, can you snap the gum or pop the gum or do this or that, or any customs that I might get requested involving popping or snapping, I have no gum skills. So we're just going to go. Ooh, that's minty fresh. So I'm just going to do a casual light gum chew while I flip through this magazine. I just don't want to get anyone's hopes up. Because last time I did a gum video, I got a lot of comments requesting more snapping and popping, but it's just out of my wheelhouse. So today I'm flipping this Sweetwater Music, I think it's called, or it's called Sweetwater Pro Gear. It's a just a magazine that came in the mail a few months ago, and I let it sit for a long time. I hope I'm right. I think that you only need 48 hours for the germs to go away, but I gave it like 2 months. So fingers crossed. I'm sure it's fine. But sorry, my neighbor's moving furniture around now. I feel like I should do a little more gum. I'm going to do 2 pieces of gum for you guys. Just because it's kind of like melting. So, this magazine, it's like a music magazine. Pedals, guitars, probably have keyboards and drums as well. My husband is a musician. I mean, it's not his day job. But he has a couple of music projects. He does mostly like black metal, heavy metal, black metal, I think. He has a couple music projects, but he's gotten really into guitar pedals this last year. So he's got quite a collection. I figure, hey, it's his money, but he puts it to good use. He records all his music at home, and he does a really good job with it. And he ordered from like this place a couple times. And he's on their mailing list, so we're always getting sometimes magazines. This is the first time I've gotten such a big one. By the way, in case you didn't notice, I'm missing one of my nails. Came off earlier when I was filming a different video. But yeah. Just thought I'd point that out before anyone else notices. So, I think his music's good. And the amount of guitar pedals he has is kind of wild. I'm having to stop every now and then. Ooh, electric cellos. Do you see that? Because my neighbor... So let me talk to you about some neighbor drama. Many longtime viewers may know this, but I've had a very long struggle. This gum is so weird, it melted in my mouth. With my downstairs neighbor in this long struggle. Gosh, he's probably lived there for like 3 or 4 years. I don't know how long. But we would like knock on their door. We were really friendly at first, like, hey, can you turn down the music? And it went like that for like a year. Like every other week we had to be like, hey, can you like turn down your music? Because it wasn't just like loud. Like my upstairs neighbor listens to music loud and it's annoying, but it's nothing like the old downstairs neighbor. I mean, they would have the bass on and it would just vibrate the ground, like literally our floor would tremble. I like didn't understand like where their speakers were, like were they against the walls, were they on the ceiling? Sometimes we would knock and be polite and he would be like, it's not that loud. My husband was like, no, it really is. We had to often get our super involved. They would have parties. It would start at like 8 a.m. Not the parties, but the music. And they'd play it all day. It'd be going until like 2 or 3 in the morning. Do you hear that? Anyway. So I couldn't stand my downstairs neighbors because they knew what they were doing, you know? I hope this sound is okay. They would just continuously play this music. It was so frustrating. But anyway. And I guess you could say I prayed. I prayed in my own way for them to move out and move on. And then, lo and behold, they moved out probably like 6 months ago, 5 months ago. I was so happy. However, before they moved out, our upstairs neighbor, who had lived there for several years, the old upstairs neighbor, a woman with her dog, totally fine. She moved out, and someone new moved in who I thought was a guy. Turns out it's actually a woman, which is fine. But I don't know if she's on the heavier side or if she wears combat boots, but she is such a heavy walker. All you hear when she's home is just boom, 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 back and forth. But she also likes to listen to music. And she actually moved in during spring of last year, of 2020, right around the, real peak of the pandemic, or when everyone was full on quarantining, so everyone was home. I remember I had to text my super, because the downstairs neighbors were still living there. And I was like, I know everyone's home. but like I can't get anything done because my upstairs neighbors and my downstairs neighbors, they're both playing loud music at the same time. I was like sandwiched in. So he talked to both of them, and he texted me back, the super. I'm pretty cool with the super because my husband and I have lived here for almost 10 years now in the same apartment. So, and what I will say is that the upstairs neighbor, it's funny. So the downstairs neighbor, if there's ever a complaint, they must know it was us because it's been years of like the struggle between us with them and their loud music and parties. But the upstairs neighbor just moved in, so they probably thought it was someone like on their floor. So they tried to be considerate, and instead of playing their music like in the living room, they're playing it in their bedroom, away from like the front door of their apartment. But that just meant that like we could hear it in our bedroom. But I could tell they tried, you know? And that's why, even though my new upstairs neighbor drives me crazy, I've never knocked on their door directly. And I've only ever complained officially early on to my super. So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that if I ever had to knock on their door and say, hey, can you lower that? That they would be, oh, shoot, sorry, like, of course, you know? I could be wrong, but at least I can have that assumption, because with the downstairs neighbors, it was years of us knocking on their door and asking nicely and then being like, yeah, sure. Sometimes they wouldn't even answer their door, so I would like ring the buzzer. I have to go outside, ring the buzzer to get them to open their door when they were having these like rager parties at 3 a.m. I'm like, yeah, hi, please. Anyway, so I don't mind the upstairs as much. So the upstairs neighbor, it's not as bad. Sometimes it will be like 5 hours that she listens to her music and it's so loud. It's so funny because she must have Pandora or something, like the free trial, because she'll be listening to loud music and then it cuts off and you can hear there's like a radio commercial for like a couple minutes. She also listens to like TV and movies kind of loud, but again, I think she doesn't realize that it's still loud. And I do think she tries to listen to her music in her bedroom, which again, it's not ideal for when I want to film, because I can really only film in my bedroom. But so that's my drama. So finally, the downstairs neighbors moved out. So happy. The new neighbors downstairs, they very rarely listen to music, and it's always, very chill. Just put her music back on. It was quiet for a bit. Another thing I'll give credit to the upstairs neighbor is she sometimes listens to really crappy music, but not always. The downstairs neighbor always listened to the worst reggaeton, like so annoying. The same 2 beats over and over again. But yeah, she varies. Sometimes she listens to okay music. She also works out. She does circuit training, I can tell, because I used to do circuit training. Hopefully by the time I edit and upload this video, I'll be regularly doing circuit training again. I kind of fell off the working out wagon, to be honest. But anyway. So she'll do that sometimes in the morning. I can hear her, like, especially in the living room is where she does it. You can tell by the type of bouncing and, like, pounding. That doesn't bother me. I can, like, a little bit of workout noise. That's, like, the type of noise that I make that my neighbors must hear is, like, when I occasionally do a dance workout. Or a circuit training, so I get that. Anyway. Wow, this gum is... Can you guys hear it? I'm trying to chew it loud. So this brand is, like, Pure. I think last time I did a gum video, So I think I got the last pack from like Stop and Shop. It was like one of the, I say generic, but I mean like it was a brand name. This is like one of these like natural gums. I think that's why it's like melting in my mouth. So it's hard to chew. Anyway, so my neighbor, my upstairs neighbor, she is stomping around and turned up her music, so I'm gonna wrap up this video just in case the sound of her music is getting picked up on the mic. So I apologize, this is a shorter than usual page flipping video. Hopefully you still found it relaxing. I hope you could hear a little bit of gum chewing. Like I said, it's not my forte, so I'm having trouble licking my fingers while there's gum in my mouth. I'm a little concerned that you haven't been able to see my fingers on the page, which I've had some people be very passionate in the comments that they won't get triggered if they don't see the actual like finger wetting on the paper. So, most of you are, I would say 99% of my subscribers, of you all are very kind. There's only the occasional like mean comment, but generally people are very nice. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you for watching. I'll try to chew what's left of this gum. It's like stuck in my teeth. I'll try to blow a bubble for you. It's not happening. I can't even get it on my tongue. This is why I will never be able to do custom or public videos with gum noises. I gotta spit this gum out. I hate gum. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.